when you inspect the chronic disease dataset, then you'll see that it contains a number of columns that we're not interested in for the purposes of this exercise. Examples include data value footnote, data value footnote symbol, and so on. So while we could, of course, simply remove these columns by opening up the file in Excel and using Excel to delete the columns, I wanted to use this opportunity to also introduce you to Tableau Prep Builder, a tool that Tableau makes available for cleansing data sets. And since data cleansing is probably the most time-consuming aspect of any data visualization project, it's useful for you to get at least an initial flavor of Tableau Prep Builder. So I opened up Tableau Prep Builder, and the first thing to notice is the term flow and recent flows. Flow is the term that Tableau uses for the set of steps that you use to cleanse and create data sets. So to start the flow, we click Connect to Data. And since the chronic disease data is stored in the .csv file, I select text file, and then I click US chronic disease indicators. And I open this up. And after a while, you'll see that we look at all of the chronic disease data. And you will see a large list of fields. The only ones we want to keep are year start, location description, question, data value, and stratification category 1. We'll use the latter to reduce the data set, as for the purposes of this exercise, we'll only want to see the data for the overall population. So what we're going to do is deselect all of them and then select the ones we want to keep. Year start, location description, question, data value, and stratification 1, category 1. You see that Tableau is starting to create a flow at the top, and it has tentatively added a clean data step at the top. When you mouse over this here, you'll see what that step would do. It would remove a year end and 28 other fields. And if you click on the Changes tab here, then you see exactly which fields it would remove. So what we're going to do is click on the plus sign here and add a clean data and clean step option. And what that will do is you'll see eventually that Tableau has reduced the number of fields that we have available, and that it has automatically minimized the changes pane. The data set is still very large. You see there's about 1 million rows in that data set. And we will filter on stratification category 1 and year start to reduce it. If Tableau Prep Builder opened up with the changes pane expanded, click on the smaller than sign to minimize it. And then we're going to mouse over stratification category. You see there's 3 unique values: gender, overall, and race, ethnicity. What we want is we want to filter by selected values, and the only one we want to keep is overall. So done. And now you see that the only value we have for stratification category 1 is overall, and that has reduced the number of rows. Since we only have the economic data from 2018 to 2021, we're going to filter on year start. And what we're going to do is filter a range of values, and we go from 2018 to 2021. And we say done. And you see that now reduces the data sets somewhat further. If you click on changes now, you can see what changes we've made. Now the only thing we now need to do is save this. So what we're going to do is click plus output, and that gives us a number of options. Right, we can save the file as either a hyper, an Excel, or a .csv file. The advantage of saving it as a .hyper file, as a Tableau data extract, is that we can quickly load the file into Tableau. The drawback is that we can't manipulate the data in any other tool like Excel, for example. So what I'm going to do is save it as a .csv file. I'm going to change the name to chronic disease data. And then what I need to do, the only other thing is to do run flow. And you see that it has created chronic disease .csv file.